the nuts. I'ma stomp him in the nuts. I'ma stomp him in the nuts. I'ma stomp him in the nuts.
So the Crimson Tide continues. The Red Scare continues, right? Man, these Eastern Europeans could fight, man. And they should not be underestimated. So, Viktor Postol knocks out. It's a KO, not a TKO. He knocks out. The referee counted to 10. He knocks out Lucas Matthysse in the 10th round in a spectacular performance, man. He boxed beautifully throughout the fight, landing combination, landing his jab, landing his straight right hand, and moving around. I didn't make a prediction for this fight because I didn't know much about Viktor Postol. I did see his fight against Aydin. I was actually there, and that was a hell of an uppercut he landed on Aydin. But that's pretty much all I knew about Aydin. I mean about Postol, that he knocked out Aydin, who was a good opponent, but not in the level of Lucas Matthysse. So this was a surprise for the boxing world, man. And Viktor Postol proved he was legit. He proved his legitimacy, and he proved that he should have been number one contender this whole time. And a certain Philly fighter did very well in not fighting his mandatory for a while and fighting above the weight class for a few fights, and eventually moving up to welterweight to not fight the Iceman. That's another thing. That name's Gangster, and it definitely fits him. We're talking about, that's a mob name, and that's a good name for Viktor Postol because he's calm throughout. Lucas Matthysse landed some good shots. He didn't land any huge bombs, but he landed good shots, and we all know Matthysse could bang, but he never really hurt. I never saw Postol wobbled. You never saw him hurt at all, like about to go down, ever. I noticed that Lucas Matthysse didn't want to be in the fight around the beginning of round 8 when Postol hit him with that right hand, and he like turned around and did that. He like did a spin move just to get away from Postol, who had him against the ropes, man. Excuse me. Postol had a great game plan. Even when the ref told him to stop clinching, and he stopped clinching, he was still out fighting Lucas Matthysse. So, yeah, very good performance, man. And if this gotta be the era of the former Soviets, of the Eastern Europeans, of the Russians, then so be it, man. Boxing is a worldwide sport. I welcome anybody, anyone that can fight, and anyone that's willing to fight other great fighters. So congratulations to Viktor Postol. As for Matthysse, he took a knee from that devastating right hand, and you just see blood coming down his face, dripping through his nose. And he said he heard a pop in his eye, and I really don't understand what that could be. A torn retina. Maybe some of you could inform me on that, or maybe they have said what it is, but that's pretty scary stuff, man. That was a hell of a right hand. Lucas Matthysse was trying to go for that left hook, and he just Viktor Postol, the taller fighter, he went over that left hook with his hard right hand, and definitely Lucas could have get up. He said he could have get up. He could have gotten up, but he didn't because he heard that pop in his eye, and he was just outfought. Postol was the better fighter. He had the better game plan, and Matthysse wasn't prepared for that. He just really wasn't prepared for that. He was just trying to get inside by throwing bombs, but he couldn't. And when he did go inside, Postol would tie up. So you need to change your game plan. I say when this was tying up, instead of complaining to the ref, give this fool a low blow. Every time. You teach him, fool. Stop clinching, man. You get yourself disqualified, so be it, man. This was doing something dirty. You're gonna be dirty back. What's the Marcos Maidana, dude? This is boxing. Postol did what he had to do. The referee didn't tell him something, he's going to continue doing it. This is boxing. Boxing is a dirty sport, man. It's a hard, rough sport. You got to get rough with someone that's fighting rough or fighting dirty too. So that's no excuse. I've heard that. That's no excuse for the reason why Matthysse lost. But all in all, his career's not over. I hope he gets his eye checked, and I hope he's fine and he could fight again. I mean, he's a hell of a fighter. He's very exciting, so he's far from done. As for Postol, they're talking about Clarence Crawford. I heard Amir Iman said he's gonna fight him next in early 2016, so I love that fight too. He's got a lot of options available, and I love to see him fight the new crown champion today as well. A certain problem. So, yeah, what do you think about this fight? What do you think is the future? What do you think the future holds for both fighters? Is sky the limit for Viktor Postol? Is Matthysse done? All right. You guys have a great day. Peace.